Wise words of wisdom, inspirational quotes, IQ. Everyone has setbacks. I'm no different. I happen to have no legs. That's pretty much the fact. Oscar Pistorius. Pursue your dreams and see the opportunities in life's setbacks. Steve Jobs. Tonight is not a setback. It's just a learning experience. Aaron Rodgers. No matter how catastrophic, they are often referred to as temporary setbacks for good reason. Setbacks are never permanent unless you let them be. There are millions of examples of people who came from nothing or lost everything and came back stronger. Your future is up to you. Grant Wishier. If you so choose, even the unexpected setbacks can bring new and positive possibilities. If you so choose, you can find value and fulfillment in every circumstance. Ralph Marston. In our culture, we grow up thinking that failure is a terrible thing, that it's a setback, or worse, the end. Often it turns out to be the beginning of something better. Katherine Schwarzenegger. Leadership always contains far more down cycles than ups. Lincoln, Jefferson, Washington, Wilson, and both Roosevelts experienced setbacks that would have discouraged the less resilient. James O'Toole. We all have an emotional home that we keep coming back to. Even if a foundationally angry or sad person has a good job and good family, they return to their emotional home, especially when experiencing life's inevitable setbacks. Tony Robbins. Maturity is perseverance, the ability to sweat out a project or a situation in spite of heavy opposition and discouraging setbacks, and stick with it until it is finished. Ann Landers. We are not imprisoned by circumstances, setbacks, mistakes, or staggering defeats. We are freed by our choices. James C. Collins. Setbacks motivate me. Lindsey Vonn. I've always had a tremendously optimistic attitude about life, and the setbacks are never really setbacks for me, because I see it as a part of the adventure. And if you don't hold on to your dreams, you're a very foolish fellow, because dreams are what life is about. Hugh Hefner. I'm convinced more than ever that capitalism, with its technological development, has not been an advance toward freedom, but has been an enormous setback of freedom. Murray Bookchin. Doggedness depends on emotional traits, enthusiasm, and persistence in the face of setbacks, above all else. Daniel Goleman. I've had a million setbacks along the way. From kiln fires burning down buildings to shipping disasters that should have put me out of business, or at least left me lying in the fetal position on my bed for a few days. Luckily though, I've never for one second thought that I had any other option than to just keep going. Jonathan Adler. From success, you learn absolutely nothing. From failure and setbacks, conclusions can be drawn. That goes for your private life, as well as your career. Niki Lauda. I had to pick myself up and get on with it. Do it all over again, only even better this time. Sam Walton. Losing prepares you for the heartbreak, setback, and the tragedy that you will encounter in the world more than winning ever can. By licking your wounds, you learn how to avoid getting wounded the next time. Pat Conroy. One of the secrets of success is to refuse to let temporary setbacks defeat us. Mary Kay Ash. When you are passionate, you always have your destination in sight, and you are not distracted by obstacles. Because you love what you are pursuing, things like rejection and setbacks will not hinder you in your pursuit. You believe that nothing can stop you. Mike Krzyzewski. Quickly say, "That's good," to every setback and adversity, and then find out what is good about it. Brian Tracy. Only a loser finds it impossible to accept a temporary setback. A winner asks why. Ida Buttrose. Failure and setbacks and struggles are where all the good stuff happens. Terry McKeever. Exceptional people convert life's setbacks into future successes. Carol S. Dweck. If you don't encounter setbacks in your career, if you don't have doubts and disappointments, let me tell you, you're not dreaming big enough. Michael Bloomberg. My mother always taught me never to look back and regret, but to move on to the next thing. The amount of time people waste dwelling on failures rather than putting that energy into another project always amazes me. A setback is never a bad experience. It's just a learning curve. Richard Branson.
You are watching Wise Words of Wisdom, Inspirational Quotes, IQ, the Inspirational Quotes channel everyone goes to for their daily motivation and to learn from the most successful men and women in history. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you never miss a new episode. Today's sponsor is Bob Proctor and the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Discover the secret to having good luck from America's greatest prosperity teacher, Bob Proctor. 6 Minutes to Success is based on Bob's more than 50 years of research into what makes or keeps people from being successful. Get instant access to the free video right now. The link is in the description. Now let's get back to more great quotes.
To do great things, we need to be able to endure tragedy and setbacks. We've got to love what we do and all that it entails, good and bad. We have to learn to find joy in every single thing that happens. Ryan Holiday. It is your choice to be happy. Make up your mind to enjoy this day, to have a blessed, prosperous, victorious year. You may have some setbacks and your circumstances may change, but don't let that change your mind. Keep it set on happiness. Joel Osteen. Our success has not been a continual series of victories. We have had a number of devastating setbacks. How these are handled is the making of a great team. Winning does not happen in straight lines. Clive Woodward. My mother told me that everything in life happened for a purpose. She said all things were part of God's plan, even the most disheartening setbacks, and in the end, everything worked out for the best. Ronald Reagan. If you have a setback, don't take a step back. Get ready for a comeback. Tim Story. The possibilities are endless, so never be discouraged by a setback, no matter how big. Tommy Hilfiger. Setbacks and losses are both inevitable and essential if you're going to improve and become a good, or even great, competitor. The art is in avoiding catastrophic losses in the key battles. Garry Kasparov. Fortunately, any kind of setback has represented a challenge to do better, rather than an acceptance of inferiority on my part. Francis Parkinson Case. Life's greatest setbacks reveal life's biggest opportunities. Robin Sharma. Trigger warnings and safe spaces are an infantilizing setback for feminism and for women. Christina Hoff Sommers. I don't believe in failure. I believe every setback is an opportunity to learn, regroup, get stronger, and try again. Rosalind Sanchez. Anyone who has actually had to take responsibility for consequences by running any kind of enterprise, whether economic or academic, or even just managing a sports team, is likely at some point to be chastened by either the setbacks brought on by his own mistakes or by seeing his successes followed by negative consequences that he never anticipated. Thomas Sowell. The life we are living and have known to this point is comfortable and easy. Our old belief system drags us back into the familiar. It is hard to overcome, and we often experience small setbacks. This is the time to remind yourself of what you want and why. Bob Proctor. Anytime you suffer a setback or disappointment, put your head down and plow ahead. Les Brown. Life is a series of experiences, each one of which makes us bigger, even though sometimes it is hard to realize this. For the world was built to develop character, and we must learn that the setbacks and grieves which we endure help us in our marching onward. Henry Ford. Sometimes small setbacks are just blessings in disguise. They enhance your determination and wholehearted dedication to achieving your goals. Robert Cheek. Remember that setbacks are only challenges in disguise. Look at them as lessons. Don't waste time beating yourself up. Just get back on track and focus on what you want. It's up to you, and you will do it. George Cruz. Your ability to face setbacks and disappointments without giving up will be the measure of your ability to succeed. Calvin Coolidge. The difference between stepping stones and stumbling blocks is not in the event itself, but how you think about it and what you do after it. Michael Josephson. I think whether you're having setbacks or not, the role of a leader is to always display a winning attitude. Colin Powell. Make failure your teacher, not your undertaker. Zig Ziglar. Setbacks are what build character. They are what separate the lucky from the truly successful. Cherry Carter Scott. Leaders must pick causes they won't abandon easily, remain committed despite setbacks, and communicate their big ideas over and over again in every encounter. Rosabeth Moss-Cantor. Every event has a purpose and every setback a lesson. Failure is essential to personal expansion. It brings inner growth and a whole host of psychic rewards. Never regret your past. Rather, embrace it as the teacher it is. Robin Sinew. Your setback is just a setup for your comeback. Steve Harvey. Setbacks and fear are inevitable. The thing that distinguishes the ultimate successes from the ultimate failures is this: what do you do with them? Blake Mycoskie. Every setback means you're one step closer to seeing the dream come to pass. Joel Osteen. Within every setback or obstacle or disadvantage, there is the seed of an equal or opposite or greater advantage or benefit. Napoleon Hill. The ability to bounce back after a setback is the single most important trait an entrepreneurial venture can possess. Richard Branson. If I don't ask why me, after my victories, I cannot ask why me. After my setbacks and disasters. Arthur Ashe. Enduring setbacks while maintaining the ability to show others the way to go forward is a true test of leadership. Nitin Noria. Every crucial experience can be regarded either as a setback or the start of a wonderful new adventure. It depends on your perspective. Mary Roberts Reinhardt. In all the setbacks of your life as a believer, God is plotting for your joy. John Piper. People who make money often make mistakes and even have major setbacks, but they believe they will eventually prosper, and they see every setback as a lesson to be applied in their move towards success. Jerry Gillies. Difficulties come not to obstruct, but to instruct. Within every setback or obstacle lie secret seeds of an equal or greater benefit or opportunity. Brian Tracy.